Warning, Cheaters may contain adult themes and strong language. Parents are cautioned that this program may not be suitable for children. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
Our detective tried to get a little bit closer.
Oh my God.
We have a problem?
Move the hell out. Oh my God! What the hell are you doing? You're disgusting!
From Cheaters surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue.
We were supposed to be together forever.
I know there's something shady going on with him.
Where they at? They're making out in the parking lot. Let's go.
She always told me she likes surprises. Let's see how she likes this one. He's right here at the bench, right here at the bench.
Get your ass up out of here!
Hey, please.
Buster! Yeah, bitch, I'm gonna handcuff you.
Ladies.
Get out of my face!
Oh my God! You are a cheater.
Now you're a comedian.
That's what you deserve. That's what you deserve.
Real reality television as brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
Always a devoted and faithful wife, Susan Ulrich believes pregnancy troubles are causing her marital problems. Despite the church and counseling, a nagging feeling of mistrust between husband and wife still lingers. Desperate to put her fears to rest, Susan seeks guidance from a new order. I'm Joey Greco, and this is Cheaters.
You know, when Jeff and I first met, we started just having a great time together. Nothing was ever boring. We could always laugh, talk about everything, and we were literally best friends. You know, things for me started changing a little bit. My mom died, and we had some issues about having children. But we started going to church again, and things started getting a little better. But he started getting counseling, and ever since then, things have been going downhill. I just don't feel like he's the same person anymore. He seems like he's in his own world. I try to ask him what's going on, and he just kind of blows it off. I noticed money was out of his account every week. It was $200 less than what it should have been. And, you know, he goes out at odd times at night, or he'll call me and say, you know, that I can just, you know, don't wait up for him. I never really feel complete anymore. Like, I always feel like something is wrong, something is missing. When I went to church before in the past, it just used to make me feel much happier, and now I still feel like there's something empty. I just start to question if he even loves me at all, or even still cares about me. I just don't feel like I've been a great wife or even a good person.
If you suspect infidelity in your relationship, Cheaters Detective Agency may be able to provide you assistance. Exercise your right to be informed. Investigative charges may apply. Jeff, age 33. A husband suspected of using his communication techniques to seduce another woman. Investigation Day 4. Several days into the investigation, Cheaters field operatives find traction while following their target. At the motel's front office, Susan's husband, identified only as Jeff, enters and procures a room. Jeff walks across the parking lot and lets himself into one of the units, leaving investigators curious as to his reasoning. The answer comes in the form of an unknown female parking their car, grabbing a few belongings, and knocking on the door of Jeff's room. Within an hour, agents witness the female exiting and returning with her bags to her car. Taking note of the female's license plate, agents return their attention to Jeff's room. Another 15 minutes elapse before the suspect appears and returns to his car. Investigation Day 6. Vital information provided by Susan lands investigators outside the church where Jeff regularly serves as a volunteer. Believing the suspect will be occupied with church activities for the rest of the evening, agents are taken aback when he's spotted leaving the place of worship and entering his white pickup. Mobile units follow the suspect for a number of miles before he turns into a shopping center. At a coffee shop, Jeff takes a seat next to the woman from previous surveillance, a co-worker identified as Janet. Detectives notice the observable attraction between the pair as Jeff leans his head on Janet's shoulder. She strokes his hair, puts an arm around him, and kisses the top of his head. The workmates eventually leave and get into Jeff's truck. After a brief pursuit, they come to rest at a movie theater, entering the multiplex arm in arm. Jeff's own talent for storytelling is revealed by this recorded phone call with Susan.
Hey, baby, what's going on?
Oh, not a whole lot. I just got done with church. What are you doing?
Not much more. When are you planning on getting home?
Well, I'm going to go out with Roger afterward. We're going to go have a few drinks.
I mean, that sounds like fun. Do you think I can come along with you guys?
No. Yeah, it's kind of a guy's thing. Roger and his wife are having problems.
Well, I guess it's better if I stay home then, but just let me know when you're getting back.
I will, honey.
All right, well, thanks for letting me know. I guess I'll see you later.
Okay, love ya.
Bye.
Returning to the coffee shop, Jeff escorts his date to her car, where this social engagement ends with a traditional goodnight kiss. Once Jeff and Janet finally pull away from each other, they rev their engines and head their separate ways for the evening. Investigation Day 10. Nearly a week after the unit's initial acquisition of the suspect, Susan's husband travels the previous route to the motel from earlier surveillance. Oblivious of the cameras trained on him, the suspect enters the rented room. Staying alert for the other party's arrival, agents quickly are rewarded when Janet's car parks next to Jeff's truck. She exits her car and collects her bags before being ushered inside. After an hour with no external movement, ground units are dispatched in the hope of discovering what goes on behind the closed door. A small gap in the curtains reveals to investigators the shocking gravity of Jeff's depravity. Jeff lies on the bed while Janet appears to change his diaper. The magnitude of this revelation necessitates immediate action. Cheater's agents close the case and begin assembly of the evidence marked for Susan's eyes only. Coming up, the confrontation.
With the inexplicable evidence caught on tape, Cheaters calls a meeting to divulge the findings. Weighed down by the gravity of the situation, only Susan's faith strengthens her resolve. Susan, thanks for being with us tonight. I know the situation that brings you here is one that's not very easy for you to talk about. You've had some difficulties in your marriage with Jeff. Susan, with that being said, I'm not going to take any more time. Our detectives do have some information.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you, are you prepared to see what that is?
Yeah, I'm prepared.
As we began our investigation, our detectives followed Jeff as he left work on this evening. Instead of going home, he was followed to a motel. Shortly thereafter, a car pulls up just in front of the room where Jeff entered. A female gets out, goes up to the door with a bag, knocks on the door, she goes inside, is there for a short period of time before we then see her exit, gets in her car and leaves, and Jeff does the same thing. On this day, our detective followed Jeff as he left church. On this evening, he was followed to a coffee shop where he rendezvous with the same woman that we have seen him with previously. As they enjoy their coffee drinks, she seems to console him over some matter that he evidently has shared with her. Once they finish there, they get into his truck. We're followed to a movie theater where there we get a clear picture of the two of them as they enter. Once they wrap up there, he drives her back to the place where they initially met. They share an embrace and a kiss before they each get into their respective vehicles and go their separate ways. Our detective followed Jeff again. The drill was much the same as what we've seen on one of our previous days. He goes inside, gets a key, goes into the room. Not long after that, our femme fatale arrives, goes into the room with her briefcase. But in this situation, our detective tried to get a little bit closer.
Oh my God.
And through a crack,
Is that?
we were able to see
Oh my God.
Has he ever expressed any type of
No,
desire? that would
absolutely
even
not.
come
I've never
close
seen
to
him wear a diaper before. That doesn't even feel like it's real, seeing that. I mean, it's disgusting. I don't even know what to think. I'm just shocked. I mean, I'm at a loss for words.
I want to contact my detective right now and see if he can give me an update on Jeff's whereabouts after he left work tonight.
All right.
We just finished up with a briefing. She's a little upset. He got there about 45 minutes ago. She just got there about 15 minutes ago.
God.
Okay, we're on our way. Are you ready?
Go. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, you know what? Here we are. We just look for the detective. There they are.
Everybody out, everybody out, everybody out. Let's go.
When you go up and knock on the door, you say security.
Okay.
When they open it up, if you're married to him, it's your motel too. Yeah, we have a problem.
Move the hell out. What the is going on? Oh my God! What the hell are you doing? God, you're disgusting!
What is this?
Who is this girl? Who is this girl?
Coming up, the conclusion.
Our detective tried to get a little bit closer.
Oh my God.
We have a problem.
What the is going on? Oh my God! Who is this girl? Get the hell out of here!
Yeah. Crazy bitch!
Oh, whatever. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Easy ass whore!
Sorry.
Where do you think you're going, Jeff? I don't think so.
Crazy bitch!
What do you think you're doing? Our marriage is over, okay?
Susan,
you're
please,
disgusting.
please.
You're sick.
This is nothing.
Get back inside. What are you doing, Jeff? What? Where are you going?
I don't know. I never know what's going on.
What do you mean you don't know what's going on?
These people.
You're wearing a diaper. What are you doing?
I just want to be. This was just me doing some. This is innocent. This is innocent.
Oh, you're crazy.
I couldn't tell you about this. Forgive me.
Our marriage is over.
Lord, forgive me.
Right?
Why do you think you couldn't tell her about it? Don't you think that would have been easier than this?
We go to church. This is not what church people do. Susan,
Now everyone's
I'm
gonna know
sorry.
you're
No one's-
disgusting and you're sick and you sleep with
I'm not.
nasty
I didn't
snakes.
have sex with her. I didn't have sex with her.
But-
It was
Jeff, you've been
innocent.
lying to me for
innocent.
months,
She's
Jeff.
a friend. She's a friend. She's just helping me. She's
Okay.
helping me with
All
the
right,
cancer.
whatever.
I care about our marriage.
Whatever, Jeff.
We can fix this.
Don't touch me.
Sorry.
Put your clothes on or something.
Sorry.
Sleeping around with other women. What do you think I'm supposed to do
I
now?
didn't have sex with her.
You still been lying to me. You're wearing some sort of diaper. What is this?
Honey, I was just
Is this how
trying
you
to
get off now or something? You don't talk to me about anything anymore, Jeff. You stop going to church with me. You start lying to me.
Trying to
You start
start a
hanging out with
family.
other women.
Work.
What does she do? Do you poop in your diaper or something? Does she clean your ass? What does she do?
Poop
I mean, I
my
don't understand.
diaper. It's a babying thing. I don't myself. I don't piss myself. It's adult baby.
You're disgusting. You know what I think of our marriage? This. Move out of my way. It's over. I'm sick. I'm sick of this bull. I'm not gonna deal with you anymore or waste my time with you. Get out. Get away from me. Get away. You're disgusting.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. Go.
I'm not putting up with your bull anymore, okay? I'm not gonna be lied to like this. You need to find somewhere else to go, okay?
Just leave me alone. Leave me alone.
You can't come home. Don't go back to our house, Jeff. You're not welcome there anymore. Wait. God.
After the confrontation, Susan's devotion to her marriage is shattered. Later, we'll impart to you how she's recovering. But next, Cheaters welcomes Ricardo Gracie, the complacent party from the Blake Champion case. Mr. Gracie hopes to shed some light on his involvement with Blake's wife when confronted on Cheaters.
Olivia and I, we had, some experiences several years back, and then I moved back in town, and one thing led to another, we just ended up growing a little bit closer to each other, and, I think things just, kind of flowed the way that they was meant to be.
Olivia? What do you guys want?
Well, we're just curious. You recognize this gentleman?
What is going on?
What's up? Hey, man.
Oh my God. Are you
Olivia,
serious?
what are you doing?
Serious?
Is this serious, Olivia?
What the hell is wrong with you?
They showed me some videotape of you two together.
What's this, man?
You taking a walk. You holding hands.
I cannot believe you did this.
Of you kissing Ramon.
This is the most humiliating thing you could ever do. This is so ridiculous and invasive. How could you bring these people into our lives and our business?
I had to know what was going on. You weren't spending time with me.
She had finally revealed to me that she was, she was seriously involved with this other man. I ran into him a couple of times, at some, a couple dive bars or whatever. He was just this kind of, quiet, kind of strange guy, just seemed like a little bit, seemed a little controlling or whatever. And, unfortunately, maybe, they weren't meant for each other or whatever, but I think if he would just, let things go and let it be, everything would, fall into place, not only for him, but for us as well.
We've had detectives that have been following you around. They've been following. We've had detectives following Olivia around.
Bull? Hey, why don't you gotta call this bull over here?
Well, why couldn't she just be honest?
You know what?
3 years, Olivia. 3 years.
I filed for divorce 3 months ago.
What?
Yes.
What?
I filed for divorce 3 months ago.
We were about that point in our lives to where we could kind of relate to each other. And I think it's all good right now. There's really nothing holding us back from moving on into the future, living our dreams, doing what we want to do,
Since the shocking discovery of her husband's sexual deviance, Susan Ulrich has neither the desire nor inclination for further contact with her estranged spouse. Though she admits to warning signs in the beginning of their marriage, she blames alcohol and the absence of religion for his perverse desires. With his secret exposed, Jeff admits to breathing a sigh of relief. He claims that every day he wasn't being true to Susan or himself was torture. He says, "I know it's hard to understand, but when I'm a baby, I'm free of fear. I'm free of responsibility. I'm free." Admitting to her culpability, Janet says she knew Jeff was married, but also knew how unhappy he was. She states, "I was ashamed of my fantasies and never thought I would find a man who thought like me." Now, free from the burden of the marriage, Janet looks forward to keeping their secrets confined to the bedroom.
Now remember, if you don't get your programming from Goldstein's, why, we'll both lose money.